2, 1, and we're live, baby.
We're back.
Filmaholics, episode 23. We're back. The plague thought they could get me. No, nah, baby. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 23. Boys, they're back in town. How we doing, guys?
Hey, it feels good to be back with the boys. We're here for the entourage. We're here for the crew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How about you, Vu?
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I miss you guys. I feel like we haven't done this. What is this, like 3 weeks ago, the last time we hung out?
Well, okay, so it was before Valentine's Day because that was the original. Because we took Valentine's Day off because we did the week before. Dude, has it been?
Yeah.
This might be week 3.
This
It
is
might be
week
week
3.
3.
Wow.
Holy
3
cow.
weeks
After
too long.
going on hot. Yeah. We almost had an episode last week with Brad and Kenny, but then I just couldn't get out. I couldn't bring it together to do the episode itself. But hey, we're here. You guys probably noticed I upgraded. Yeah. I bought a new moving poster. Yeah, it's a live poster of Dune. No, yeah,
It just shows Dune
going forward forever.
on loop.
Yeah, I've had this. No, I bought this. This is my original big TV, and I finally put it on the wall. I also got other posters on the wall too.
Oh, nice.
So it's getting there. We're getting there, guys. Yeah, I was sick last week, and it really sucked. It wasn't really cool. Wasn't chill. No, it was not chill at all. So
Hopefully you're feeling better though.
yeah, I am definitely. I might have moments where I just start hacking up loogies. But you know what?
Other than that, you're good.
Other than that, I'm good. It may sound like my lungs coming up, but I mean, other than that, we're good. And hey, guys, we did it. We made it to was it all of our number 1 movies of the year? Was it Dune?
Yeah.
I don't remember
for
whose
anticipated?
was. Yeah, when
I
we
don't-
did our most anticipated for the year.
Yeah, I don't remember what mine was. I don't think it
don't
was Dune.
remember either.
I think Dune was top 5.
Okay, yeah, I think
It
it
was
was.
definitely top 5, but yeah.
And you
I think
know
I had
what?
something obscure.
And originally, this weekend was supposed to be the weekend of Dong. And
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, so I mean, we missed out on some of the greatest content. Maybe the biggest thing since Barbenheimer.
But they gave
Dude,
us
it
the
sucks because, like,
popcorn.
Yeah, it sucks because like all the T-shirts got printed for Dong, and now what
Yeah.
are we gonna do with all
Now we got them just hanging out somewhere in Africa because we couldn't put it out for the people. We didn't want to misrepresent or
Of
lead
course
people
not.
Yep.
astray. Hey,
We
Boo,
donated them.
you might have a little delay.
Oh,
Not a big deal, you know. If it just we love you, so want to make sure you're able to stay up to.
I might reset. if
We'll do
that's
what you got to
cool,
do,
we'll
my
that,
guy.
guys.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fine. Just wanted to bring it up to you because I know
BRB.
you like. Yeah, BRB. But Brad, man, dive into it. I mean, 3 minutes in already. How are you doing, Brad? How's everything been for you? How's the movie life / how's just life been? I'm gonna
life,
go up along.
life is good. School's going well. Life's going well. And yeah, I haven't seen a ton of movies in theaters, but I have been watching some movies at home to catch up on some of those lists that we've been making over the start of the podcast. I got to start catching up on some certain banger of movies. So
Good to hear.
we'll be talking about them shortly.
Yeah.
How about you, though?
Same, dude. I mean, honestly, I just looked at my list. I'm only 3 in for 2020. Is this just February? Maybe it's just February. I'm only 3 movies in for February, which is Argyle, American Fiction, and Drive Away Dolls. I'm a little disappointed, honestly. I mean, I made my money back for the month, but like, how am I supposed to be doing a movie podcast when there's no movies out there for us? And we have an actual section we're going to be going over with Vu, but I mean, we tried going to see Madam Web. Besides me being sick, there's no motivation for us to get out there to see that one.
I will say, guest of the pod, Nick Cartwright, said it's a must-see
No way.
because it is so bad that it's good.
Actually, one of the worst movies ever made.
He's impressed it got to theaters.
He's impressed there was like $1 or $2 put to it. Oh my God. What else did he say?
Okay, he was saying, and I don't know, I haven't heard anything about this, but he was saying that like the bad guy was like dubbed over or something. Like
Yes,
something
he does it. Yeah, I heard about that too.
Okay.
So it sounds really bad, right?
Yeah,
That's what
that's
he
what Nick
said.
was saying. Like it's just terrible.
That's really funny.
So then what happened? I've never heard of this. Like this just surprises me.
Oh, well, you know what's crazy about the article? There's a new article that came out that the new Avengers are actually going to be Morbius, Madam Web, the trio of women that are also following, and then Black Panther. So it's gonna be really. I'm kidding, but so what is it? So it's dubbed over. It's just the idea that like because I don't think you see the guy's face the entire movie or something. I think that's why. So it sounds really bad.
But he was in the trailers.
I'm confused. What do you mean by dubbed over? Tell me about it. Hey, Vu.
Well, I have no idea. I mean, I haven't seen it, but he was saying that like the actor in the scene, the voice just doesn't match, or what, something like that. I don't know.
Could be true.
I was confused.
I think that's probably the least of Madam Web's problem, having that be like her. And I feel like I'm glad we're starting off because I think the failure and the catastrophe that is Madam Web kind of took over for a little bit. What is so far February movie watching? I mean, Vu, you didn't see it, right? Or did you?
No, nope. Did you guys both watch it?
No.
Not yet. I want to because people have told me it's horrific, but it's funny.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I recommend to anybody to go see it. It honestly blows my mind that it was made because it is hurting movie making. Secord called me actually, and he was just talking. He's like, "Dude, how do you feel about like?" Because I think he lumps it in with Marvel. He doesn't know that it's a Sony property. That is a Marvel comic, but it's a Sony property in the Sony Spider-Man universe. So to him, he lumps it in with MCU and thinks, are all of these and he hasn't seen a good MCU movie in a while. So to him, it's like, is this just constant crap right now? Like, and I don't think it's helping comic book movies at all. I mean, gosh, it was like an $80 million budget, which is pretty little for a superhero movie, and it's only made $35 million. I mean, that's crazy.
Why do you keep hiring the writer of Morbius?
Yeah, and then also I think he did oh god, this writer might be the worst writer of all time, and who am I to say? But I feel like we could create a better movie in ChatGPT than what they put out there. I mean, here, let's look.
I think that's like the running joke is that ChatGPT could have written a better movie than that.
Yeah, I bet, dude. Okay, so the guy who wrote this, he did Dracula Untold, so I take everything I said back, and Gods of Egypt. Yeah. Oh yeah. Both. Oh, Last Witch Hunter, and then Power Rangers. Low key, not a bad movie.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually not a terrible movie. I actually would. I want to see it too.
Hey, I enjoyed Gods of Egypt.
Did you?
I thought it was a fun movie.
Oh, Madam Web. Hey, Vu, how you doing, man? We were just going into Brad. Somehow we got to Madam Web, but how's everything been for you, buddy?
It's been going well, staying busy. Missing the boys, missing the podcast though.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, hopefully next episode we can get Kenny on too.
Yeah.
We'll be doing. I just run through the agenda here. Unless Vu, you got anything else to say?
No, I'm ready. Just hang out with the boys tonight to give our viewers good content.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's rock and roll. And if any of you guys get bored, whether you're on YouTube or YouTube right here, I got the movie on in the background, so check it out. We might get this taken off. We might get kicked off for having this movie on here, but who knows? Yeah. So for the agenda today, we've got a lot of movie news today. We're going to kind of run through. It's going to be probably a heavy movie news / kind of giving reviews on what we've seen. Since it's been 3 weeks, we've all been kind of watching movies, catching up. So I think we're going to be pushing our tournament style kind of bracketology back to next week. But because of that,
some rest.
Yeah. And I think, you know what? I think also Vu is going to be surprising us all with his updated rankings or just list of movies that are going to be potentially a part of the Pappy's Alex Vu movie of the year.
A little
So we're really excited about that.
We'll follow along all year.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, you should create a ranking. It's going to be the most random list of movies, but dang it, it's going to be only one can win.
Yep.
So, I think we just dive into, I'd say, would you guys think, should we go into our movies we've seen or should we go into movie news? What would you guys like to do?
Let's go news.
Okay, we're going to start off with the movie news. We're going to do our segment, which we haven't had in a while, but we're back, baby, with Let Me Talk to You.
Let
me talk to you first. News article, maybe not the biggest, but I mean, honestly, I don't have it on here, but what do you guys think of the Super Bowl trailers? You guys remember any of them? Do you guys remember the Super Bowl? I was trashed at the Super Bowl, but
Yeah, I
do
was going to
remember
say,
the
I'm
trailers.
surprised you remembered any because you were drunk.
I was hammered, and so but I wasn't terrible. I just having a fun time. I'm fun, Kevin. We dominated beer pong, by the way.
Did.
I don't think we
it-
lost for about
We did
7.
it for you, Vu.
Yeah, we did for you. We were
Nice,
thinking about you the
nice.
entire time.
Oh, that makes my night.
But what'd you guys think? Did you guys see any of the trailers, or what'd you guys think of some of those debut movies?
I'm interested with If.
That's
Same.
the John Krasinski one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the trailer was hilarious with like fake Jim Randall Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't beat Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I thought that
I've
was a
been
good
waiting
trailer
for it.
too. Yeah.
Let's see
Gave us the
what-
tease of Wolverine finally. I mean, they didn't truly tell it, but it's actually not even called Deadpool 3. It is now called Deadpool and Wolverine,
Oh,
which I'm pretty pumped about. I think they want to bring that to $1 billion. We've already talked about what could happen with it. I mean, I told you guys kind of what the rumored plot and synopsis is back in, I think, August of last year, September, whatever it was before the strike, or it was during the strike. I don't remember. It seems like it's going to be the next big hit for Disney. And that is something they definitely need right now.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
they
like this needs to be a home run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They need to hit it out of the park. And oh man, like I said, I mean, bring it back to the Madam Web comment. I mean, do you guys, if you didn't know about movie news, would you guys have assumed Madam Web was a part of the MCU?
probably because it's Spider-Man related.
Yes. If you weren't like because you read the comics, so you probably know like, okay, Marvel. I
But
don't.
anytime you like watch trailers or anything, like if it was Marvel, you get the big
Yeah,
Marvel red
Mhm.
symbol. But other than that, I mean, superhero, Spider-Man, web slinging, I'd think Marvel.
I guess I just associate like Spider-Man and those properties to be Sony, which I think like Marvel, Kevin Feige like works on the Spider-Man movies, right? So I didn't know if he was going to work on this one at all or have like input on it.
Yeah, they're trying to create a Sinister Six, kind of like an anti-hero crew to go along with Spider-Man, because I think one of Sony's biggest things that they're mad about is one, they've only been successful with Spider-Man properties, which is fine. I mean, that's one of the most one of the best IPs out there. You got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, and then you got the in conjunction with MCU is the ones with Tom Holland. That's why sometimes I think there is some sort of confusion, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Were the Tobey Maguire movies Sony?
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically same universe, as actually closer in universe terms to Madam Web than the Tom Holland ones are.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. Actually, I don't think Madam Web also didn't know how to explain it. I think that movie took place in 2003 or 2004. Why? Nobody knows. But
Yeah.
like, it just doesn't make much sense. I don't know. It just kind of blows my mind if you ask me. But
It's kind of funny that we're at a point where we're saying Deadpool and Wolverine, that movie has to hit, because then we also were talking about that with the DC movies that like the new ones have to hit.
Yeah, that's another big article here too. I mean, I just feel like I wonder if we're finally at near the end of, not near the end, but like you really got to put a good movie ahead, a good story. You can't just get by on the name of Marvel or DC and expect to be successful, or because I just don't know if people. I don't know if it's Marvel fatigue, DC fatigue, whatever you want to call it. We've been talking about this for a while, but I think it's just you got to put a good movie out there, and some of these people aren't doing that.
Yeah. Average isn't good enough.
No, it isn't. No, not anymore.
You can't put out like Infinity War and Endgame and then like
Oh my
expect
God,
average anymore,
right?
like where everybody's I mean, maybe that's the problem. Like everybody expects that level of greatness every movie now.
Yeah.
Which maybe not sustainable.
You could be right, man. And maybe again, it doesn't have to be so galactic, or it doesn't have to be so big. It could just be more of a smaller story, which I'm hoping they do with Superman Legacy. We'll see. Actually, now I'm reading much more about Superman Legacy, but we'll go into that. Sorry. Bringing it back to Super Bowl. Anything else you want to talk about Super Bowl or anything before we move on to the movie news?
Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
trailer.
I think Planet of the Apes looks really good too.
Yeah, like I'm very excited. Like this is way after the latest
I
trilogy.
think it's thousands of years.
After Caesar.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I think Caesar is considered a martyr,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's just kind of. I think they're trying to lead up to where the Mark Wahlberg crappy movie was. they're trying to get to like where that was. I think.
God, if Mark Wahlberg is in like the final movie of that trilogy, beautiful.
Bearded, long hair, looking.
Oh,
I
my
never
God.
watched the Mark Wahlberg Planet. Was that just one movie?
It's been so long since I've seen it. It was one movie,
Okay.
and I think it was a remake of the original Planet of the Apes from the '60s. So it's like based in that timeline. I don't think it's like a sequel. I think it was a remake of that, and that's all. This is leading up to that, I guess.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing that one's not worth the watch.
I don't know. I actually kind of want to see what the ratings are for it.
But very pumped for that because the latest trilogy that Planet of the Apes had, I thought was fantastic.
Same. I mean, the director of that trilogy is the director of the Batman, and
really?
he got that role because of those movies. I mean, they're just spectacular. I completely agree. I thought the third one, which I've heard is divisive, I love. Also, Planet of the Apes in 2001 is 44% Rotten Tomatoes. So not the worst.
Not the worst.
Not Madam Web bad, but it is it's not ideal. I guess.
What's Madam Web's score? Like 20
No,
percent?
like 13.
13?
Oh, you know what? Let's also check that one out. I think it is. I think it's really bad.
How do you spend like
Well-
$80 million and put out 13%?
Yeah, man. I don't know how you do that. That was a real crap fest, if you ask me. But
Yeah. Who's
um,
proofreading these scripts?
dude?
nobody.
No, yeah. I think we could be in Hollywood. That's what I'm saying. We should create a movie, and I think it might be better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, there's like a scene where like she saves these three girls, but then the girls are considered going missing. So then it pans forward about 2-3 hours, and there's a man sitting at a diner and reading his newspaper, and it says these three girls are missing. It's like, first off, it's been 3 hours. How would that be in the newspaper? Like it just there's like
It's a lot of plot holes.
that's what I've heard. It's just a plot hole city.
Oh, yikes.
We put too much into Madam Web. I think. I mean, any other final things that Nick told you about Madam Web? Then we're done. We're shutting out.
Again, he said it's one of his favorite movies he's seen because it's so bad.
Blows my mind. I mean, we can,
I would love for all of us to watch it and then for it to win a Fappy this year.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, one sec. I think somebody's knocking on our door. If you guys want to go into the first article, start off. I'm just gonna check this quick.
Yeah.
One sec.
I will say though, I mean, if Madam Web stays in theaters for a couple more weeks, I think that might give me enough time.
Yeah.
I might check it out.
That's an A-list movie.
That's an A-list. That is the typical A-list movie right there.
Yeah. I feel like it would have to definitely hit streaming for me. There's no way I would pay money to go see that.
What streaming service do Sony movies go to?
What's up, guys?
What
What are you guys discussing?
Kevin, what streaming service do Sony movies go to? So like Madam Web.
Showtime.
Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime's owned by Sony, but now Sony is actually doing a thing where they're going to be distributing their movies out to like that. This is how they're making money. They're gonna, like, instead of creating their own kind of platform, they're just going to give it to Netflix, give it to HBO, give it to Paramount, things like that.
One less streaming service to deal with.
Streaming. I mean, Sony's got good movies. Like, I think if you look at Sony's list under Sony. Okay, well, I mean, Ghostbusters, I guess. Dumb Money, that's Sony.
Oh.
Jumanji, Sony. Jump Street, Bullet Train, Skyfall, Equalizer 3, Gran Turismo.
Wait, Sony makes the James Bond movies?
Yeah, I think they are in conjunction with MGM.
Okay.
But I think there's a few other movies that are actually pretty good. Yeah, they have Skyfall's like the best Spectre. So, I mean, it's not like they're just putting out crappy superhero movies. They're actually a good. I mean, they're the one. I think they're Sony TriStar, maybe is what it is. The lady standing like the lady standing like this before the movies. If you remember that logo, that's what Sony does.
I mean, I can't believe you didn't even mention the best Sony movie, Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I said Gran Turismo.
Oh, you did?
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I'm too distracted watching Dune behind me. Yeah, Gran Turismo, tearjerker movie of the year for Cialis.
Heartbreaking.
How did that move? Who was that?
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Moving us, Brad?
Right there.
Whoa, Brad's now up there. Whoa, dude. Wait, whoa, dude. Wait, stop.
Wait, is that me?
I'm getting sick. Throw up. All right. For those listening on the podcast form, it may not be the best. That was not probably the best 2 minutes there, but we're back. All right. So let's share the screen. Our first news of the day. We're bringing it back to probably our number one talked about topic, and is the most crucial movie. Maybe not even just for DC, but for superhero movies in general. We've got the massive Superman legacy budget rumors. Yes, the movie we've been talking about a ton is now rumored to be the number 2 largest movie of all time. I think behind Avengers Endgame. And apparently, like, that was the kind of like the rumor. James Gunn saw this and went, absolutely not. Gunn replied with the laughing emoji. How in the world do they think they know what our budget is? I don't know. Did you guys see this photo? The photo of the actual cast itself?
No.
Nicholas Hoult, right?
Yep. Nicholas Hoult, bald.
Yep.
Is that the guy in the yellow from Barry?
Yes. He's playing somebody. I forget which superhero he's playing.
So I saw this photo, but I have no idea who's playing who besides Nicholas Hoult.
Oh, and then that's Superman right there.
Oh, interesting.
The tall glass of milk. I think everyone's in here except for Rachel Brosnahan. Or no, she's in here. Is that her?
Is that Lois Lane?
I think that's supposed to be Lois Lane.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I thought the girl who was playing Lois Lane was supposed to be from. I might be mixing this up, but from Marvelous Miss Maisel, right?
Yeah. And
then was she also in Dial of Destiny?
I'm not sure.
Brad, do you remember?
What is the main
woman in?
No, that's the Fleabag lady.
That's okay. So this is a different lady. Okay, I don't know who this is. And I know he's playing the Green Lantern that everyone gets annoyed by. Nathan Fillion, I think is his name. I forget what movie he's in, but yeah, here's pretty much the cast getting ready, getting inspired for this.
So we're getting a Green Lantern in this movie too.
Okay, here we go. Here's supposed to be the character. So I think that's Lois. Then yep, I don't know who that is. Don't know who you are. Lex Luthor, Superman. That's supposed to be like Jimmy or something like Jimmy. I'm blanking out on the name. Can you guys see this, or you want me to go closer?
Wow, Nathan Fillion plays Guy Gardner.
Yeah, Guy Gardner.
Green Lantern.
Is that? Are there multiple Green Lanterns?
Yeah,
if I'm remembering that right. Okay.
And apparently, they're supposed to be doing a True Detective-esque show with who's gonna be like this guy, and then also whoever's supposed to be the new actual Green Lantern that's like likable. I think it's the Hal Jordan. Is
Hal
that
Jordan, and then Jon Stewart is the the other one.
Yeah. But
like
essentially,
Jon Stewart, as in like the late night Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah.
No, it's a black man.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's that guy. But yeah, I mean, as the article says here, it just says Superman Legacy is one of the most highly anticipated reboots in the superhero world, but those figures would have put it at the most expensive superhero films of all time. Generally, the budget for superhero films is between 150 to 200, besides all the Avengers films. I think, again, it's kind of funny. I guess we truly don't know because it's just starting to shoot itself. I mean, the film has been a long wait, but it's finally close to happening. It's going to star David Cornsweet, Rachel Brosnahan. Some of the firm's confirmed characters so far are Eve Tessmacher, Mr. Terrific. So I think that's who, what's his name is from. Well, I guess I can't guarantee that. I'm just going to keep reading. The Engineer, Otis, Guy Gardner / Green Lantern, Lex Luthor, Gunn, Hot Girl, Jimmy Olsen, okay, Jimmy, and then Metamorpho. And these are all the different actors so far. But I think the main point of this is that, one, there's a lot of hype behind this movie, but two, I think when you make a movie for $364 million, especially after a lot of the failures of the last few DC films barely reaching $500 million. And this is without marketing. So this is what it would cost just for production, and then marketing, you got to add on another $100 to $150 million for a brand new franchise. So to me, I don't know if I believe this. I also don't want it to be $360 million because to me, I believe that one, this movie just needs to focus on being good. I think when you started off with Superman, the Man of Steel, it came off kind of mixed reviews, so it didn't do well at the box office, didn't have the best word of mouth. And because of that, I think it started off the entire new DCEU with a little bit of a flop, of failure. Imagine Iron Man coming out and putting out a 40% movie to start their entire legacy for 20 movies to start. It wouldn't be a thing. None of us would care, right? So to me, I think, and this is what I think that I've heard they're trying to focus on, is create a good movie. Doesn't have to make a ton of money at the box office, nothing like that. But what the goal of this movie is to essentially make sure that your next 10 movies are successful. So maybe this movie doesn't hit, more than $500 million. Next one maybe doesn't. Whatever where it gets to the point where it is becoming such a consistent, good franchise again with great stories, great characters, you're going to get your $1 billion there. But right now we're seeing movies out there. I mean, just people aren't there. Like we just said, people aren't going out to watch subpar superhero movies. What do you guys think when you guys see this after my little kind of going off there about the whole situation? What do you guys think of this report?
It's got to excite people. Like you said, maybe it doesn't make a ton of money, but it's got to be the boost to curiosity, to excitement. Otherwise, if it falls flat, then who gives a shit?
Really? I'm kind of wondering if, this has to be successful. Or Warner Brothers may fail as a company. That's what people are saying.
That budget's so big that it has to deliver. Even just budget wise.
I just wonder if I just don't think it's true. I don't know why there's rumors about it. I wonder if maybe that's with marketing and somebody just thought, let's just kind of create a headline here.
Yeah.
But
any word from your sources, Kev?
Any word from my sources? Nothing about this. This is something I think just this week's a little slow on movie news. So I think they're like, let's throw something at the wall and see if we can get something stable.
Let's just pump some news out.
Let's pump some news out. People are getting excited. I mean, this movie, it's probably going to take another, it's supposed to release July 11th, 2025. It takes about a year to do a shooting. So
I'm pretty sure this releases within the same month as another big Marvel movie. I think it's Fantastic
2 weeks
Four,
later
right?
is Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That's the drama we should talk about as well.
Yeah, how crazy is that? Two heavy hitter, Fantastic Four needs to hit too.
Yeah.
We know Deadpool and Wolverine needs to hit, but Fantastic Four is also I feel like that's gonna reboot the
what
MCU.
Superhero movie doesn't have to hit in the next 2 years?
Honestly, you're probably right. There's a lot of pressure. I mean, there's a reason why Disney went from 5 movies being released to literally 1 movie this year. I mean, it is Deadpool, if I'm correct. And then next year there's Thunderbolts, and I think it's Fantastic Four.
Yep.
And I truly think the Fantastic Four is going to be setting up for the next 10 years of what Marvel is.
Yeah. So what Superman's doing for DC, Fantastic Four is about to do for Marvel.
Oh my God. That's so wild to think about, honestly.
No pressure in the month of July next year.
Yeah. So how about this? You guys tell me this. Now we're bringing it back to DC versus Marvel. It's really hard not to be able to do that. But you see something like Fantastic Four, Pedro Pascal, great lead. You see Yvonne Moss Baccarat. Yes, you see who else is on there? Can somebody look it up? Vanessa Kirby. And then the last guy, Joseph Quinn, I think.
Yep.
Versus this kind of a cast, which is some people you probably recognize from ABC shows and other movies in smaller roles. I mean, do you like the idea of unknowns creating a new kind of becoming the face of Superman, or do you like the idea of there being somebody like a Pedro Pascal leading the DC of the MCU? Because I mean, say what you want, MCU for the most part has been very much like taking characters like Robert Downey Jr., who at the time was kind of a floundering actor. He had been in a lot of trouble, really needed to kind of fix his image. You look at Chris Evans at the time, was really an up and coming actor, kind of like what David Cornsweet is for this. So to you guys, what is more, I guess, more appealing to somebody like you, or which franchise, I guess?
That's a good question, actually. Yeah, it's crazy to think like in the beginning of the MCU, it was really
nobody knew who Chris Hemsworth was.
Yeah, nobody knew Chris Hemsworth. Yeah. But now, like, all the newer movies are like A-list celebrities. I feel
they feel like they have to. They feel like now that there's such a brand, they need someone like who's pretty big, but not too big. Clearly, I mean, he's been on only TVs. I mean, he's been in movies, but he's kind of, like, unless you guys correct me, I don't think he's been the main character in any movies, but he's been the main character in TV series. Now, I'm not just saying any TV series. You got two of the biggest ones. You got The Mandalorian, and you got The Last of Us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think with like big names comes expectations, whereas I kind of like no names, and then they can then they are Superman.
Yeah.
Whereas Pedro Pascal's like, oh, he was in Game of Thrones, Last of Us, Mandalorian, and you just keep kind of comparing maybe. Whereas like someone that I don't know, I'm like, oh, that's Superman.
And the rumor also
like the no name. Yeah.
And I hear the other rumor going around with the Fantastic Four is that there's two rumored guys to be Dr. Doom. It's James Bond's character. Can't think of his name right now. My brain clues. Daniel Craig.
Wow.
And Superman from the DCEU.
Henry
Cavill. Those are the two right now.
What?
Those would be like the main. They're supposed to be the main villain. See, I like the idea of your main villain being the guy that's well known. I mean, we had Josh Brolin as Thanos. So to me, I mean, I don't know.
That's unreal, actually.
It's interesting. MCU's not playing no games.
Yeah.
And apparently, I think there is a little bit of animosity that they kicked off, and they took it away from Henry Cavill.
Oh man, wouldn't that be something, having him playing one of the biggest villains in Marvel?
In Marvel, yeah. I don't know. I just think that'd be a really cool dynamic. I will also say that it's nice that Pedro Pascal has not been in like Star Wars. Oh, he's in Mandalorian. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't know. I just think I think there's good in both. I think they did a great job with Pedro Pascal. I think it's better than having like Andrew Driver as the main guy. John Krasinski would have been a good character too, honestly, like Vooz wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, I think it's kind of fun that we're going to be having. I think that's what DCU was thinking to themselves is, hey, let's take a bunch of no names or people who are kind of known, and let's make them to become the face of this for the next 10 years. So I don't know. Any other thoughts you guys got into this, or anything else you guys want to add to this never-ending cycle of Superman legacy for the Filmaholics crew?
It's got to be a hit.
This won't be the last time that we talk
No.
about it.
No. I'm sure there will be more. Cool. Then let's move on to the next story. All righty. And then also, we want to let you guys, I have this new idea, and I'll tell you guys behind the scenes, but accepting super chats. We had actually somebody write in a super chat today. I'll read it live on screen. This will help pay for the lack of advertisements, just so we can keep the lights on. So this first super chat was from John Smith from Des Moines, Iowa. Okay. Oh, and he reads, "Hey Kevin, I went to high school with you. You suck and I hate you." Okay. Well, all right. Well, I just want to say thank you so much, John Smith. I don't remember you. We got another $20 super chat coming in. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. All right. This one also is from John Smith Jr. Okay. This one says, "Kevin, you suck. Go to hell." Okay. Well, $25 from John Smith. Thank you, man. And I just want to say every episode, keep sending in the super chats, keep donating. We're getting the shirts coming. Oh, Wait, no,
Is that another one?
No, not another one. Sorry, but yeah, just keep the super chats coming in, and we're gonna keep the lights on and keep this. You can't. It's not. It doesn't cost. It's not cheap for this. Netflix is $15 an hour or a month. So, just saying. All right. Moving on to the next. Does anyone have any advertising that I don't know if any advertiser reached out to you guys? If you guys have any quick rundowns you have to read.
I'm in negotiations right now.
You're in negotiations. All right, so next week we're gonna have our first advertisement, I think.
Shout out to AMC still.
Which, speaking of which, I saw that there's gonna be some new Nicole Kidman.
No way.
Yeah, 3 I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what is it? Heartbreak hurts in a place like this.
Yeah. Heartbreak does hurt in a place like this. John Smith. Great scene, by the way. Oh, I love that when they're getting to Arrakis or the bat. Yep, that's a good one. Hey, and speaking of Arrakis, Brad's Super Bowl is here, baby. We finally made it, ladies and gentlemen, and pretty much this article is just called. It was by The Ringer. It's pretty much just celebrating the weekend that is about to come. Is Dune 2 is out in theaters. I think its first showing was on Sunday, but technically the true first showing is tomorrow. Brad, when are you seeing Dune 2? Also, have you heard good things? Tell us about your excitement and what a weekend we're about to have. Or well, I guess you and I are busy, but in theory.
I am very, very excited. I cream my pants daily thinking about the moment when I can finally watch Dune 2. I've heard only amazing things. People saying best movie they've ever seen.
Yeah.
The critics, the reviews, normal people, everyone is saying like, holy shit, this movie's special.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I am beyond excited. I don't know when I'm going to see it, potentially Sunday night, maybe Monday. I really want to watch the first one again, just so I can be jazzed up even more. But that's a commitment because we all know it's a long movie, right, Vu?
Yeah, it is.
Might take a couple viewing experiences to get through it. But no, extremely excited. It is my Super Bowl times 100.
I'm honestly surprised you're not seeing it tomorrow night.
He has class, I think, or something, right?
Well, I thought it was at like midnight, so like I technically could, but it's a long day, and then I'm going to be leaving early to go.
You want to be brain powered and ready to go
because it's like a 2.5 hour movie at midnight.
Yeah, you want to be ready.
Yeah. I'm just going to suffer Friday morning when driving. Actually, I'm not driving. Luckily, I think Dwight guy's driving us to the mountains, so I'm gonna sleep.
I just want you to know that you don't even like look at me in regards to Dune.
I can't start whispering little.
I don't want to see
sweet lines.
I don't want to see anything.
I mean, this adds another intriguing aspect to this. We think back at 2022, Top Gun Maverick, 2023, Barbie and Oppenheimer. In March of 2024, is Dune about to become the movie that we remember 2024 by?
I think so.
I mean, it's either that or King Kong and Godzilla running together.
Yeah, I mean, or I guess you could say maybe Deadpool, but like I don't think it's gonna be nowhere near as good as this.
Yeah,
to give you a real answer, I mean, I think, and it almost was the movie of 2020. I think it was. Now I'm looking back, kind of smart that they moved it back to March.
When was it supposed to come out? Like November last year.
Last year.
I remember how sad you guys were.
Yes, and we kind of knew too. I remember thinking like we knew it was gonna get moved. It just seemed like too good to be true, and they want this movie to make $1 billion.
Yeah, you needed the press, and they couldn't do any press.
Maybe the most star-studded cast in all, like at least the future of Hollywood is all in this movie. It seems
no kidding. Actually,
like I think we're gonna look back at this movie it's gonna grow with age and get better and better and better because of just the actors and the star power. I mean, I think Austin Butler's gonna win many awards. I think Florence Pugh is maybe the best actress right now of this generation. Timothée Chalamet, some people are calling him the Daniel Day-Lewis of acting.
Zendaya,
she is a icon, as Lindsay would say, iconique. It's just I don't know. What?
Dave Bautista.
Yeah, Dave Bautista.
Don't forget Dave Bautista.
Yep, Dave Bautista. That's so true.
Who's
and it's-
in the menu that's also like that was hidden from this movie until like,
Yes.
recently?
Yes, they didn't want to. Again, I don't want to say anything because Brad, it's not. A
I know
spoiler.
it's the actress and Anya or whatever.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know the character she plays.
I
But
don't know either. Apparently, it's only like for a second she's in this movie, so I don't know if that does anything. I don't want to do anything. But it's just kind of crazy to think because Dune 1, they actually were technically not going to release Dune 2 unless there's success from Dune 1. So there was no guarantee that there is even interest in this. Now you're looking back at Dune 2. I mean, Zendaya, they bring it up here. Zendaya apparently will have a bigger role. Like she's an even bigger star today. You look back at what it was, in 2021. I mean, Austin Butler, they nailed his casting. I don't know how they predicted this guy was going to be nominated for an Oscar. Could be a great villain here. I just think it's just they nailed it on all cylinders, and I think it has earned its name of being possibly the movie of the year. Yeah.
Denis Villeneuve is just a great caster too of characters and actors, and I think I was seeing some quotes he was saying of how basically is like what TV is ruining movies. I think 'cause he's like, I want to make movies where no words are spoken. Like he just wants to be like music and spectacle and imagery.
I mean,
Like,
if you
that's
have to explain a story all by telling someone what's happening, telling somebody what's going on, that I don't know if that's necessarily a good movie. At least not all the time.
That's
Not
an
all the
interesting way to look at it. I've never thought of it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, bringing it back to this article here. I mean, they say the inability of those actors to promote Dune Part 2 this past autumn is the reason the movie moved to March. Warner's decision to abandon its original October release slate was considered one of the biggest aftershocks of the SAG-AFTRA strikes, besides our podcast flourishing from the strikes. We talked about nothing for a while. We should have done those tournaments back then, dude. My God. But hey, we did it. So, I mean, it's just kind of crazy just thinking it would have definitely added to 2023's kind of fall lineup, adding in much needed smash, enjoying Barbie and Oppenheimer. But I'm actually, like it says here, we're pumped up. It's coming out in March. I mean, there's no Marvel movies, Hunger Games.
I'm glad Oppenheimer didn't have to fight against Dune.
Same, especially with the awards. I think I'm hearing Dune's going to get nominated for everything.
Good.
All the awards at the Oscars.
Sweep the entire Oscars.
I mean, it won the most awards in 2021, I think. It won 6 awards in 2021.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a lot of it was more technical, but still, I mean, I don't know. It really, you have to turn back the page of your account and find the last major movie release. 2024 has instead been defined by medium hits: Mean Girls, The Beekeeper, Argyle, Madam Web. It really has just been.
Wow, that's really impressive. They called Madam Web a medium hit. It's a lot better than they should have had.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Do you think this movie has the potential to be $1 billion movie?
I get nervous because is this rated R?
Ooh, good question.
I forget. Because there's not a lot of rated R movies, one. And Oppenheimer got close to being
PG-13.
Oh, it's PG-13. Okay. I think it's hard when it's a movie that's 2.5 hours that is a part 2. It's a clear part 2. And I think that it is not popcorn type of a movie, not popcorn watching. So it's not, there's a little drier, not, no pun intended, considering on the desert, you like that. But also, I mean, it's hard to be able to convince people, hey, come see Dune with me if you have not seen the first one, because it is a movie where you have to understand a lot going on from the first one.
It's part 2 of a book. I mean, you can't.
Yeah. And when you read the book, they drop you right in the middle of it. You're like, who the hell is this person? Like they don't care. I mean, Brad, how would you describe Dune itself, or like the writing, or like just the world? Just why is it to me not necessarily an easy movie to watch or sit through?
I mean, it's not an easy book to read. So the fact that it's here with this much hype is, I think, such a testament to Denis and his team and the actors and everything, because it really is such a niche sci-fi
That's the big thing. It's a niche sci-fi.
Yeah, like it's just such a unique world. Like there's so many things that are unexplainable, and you just have to kind of go with it and accept it. And words and powers and cultures and politics, like it's just unique.
It's not a
niche.
Marvel movie. It's not even a Star Wars flick. I mean, it's like you said, I think a big word, politics. There's a lot of politics to this. I don't know about you. I don't watch Fox News or CNN for fun. I don't watch that bores me. So to me, when you put something like that that's so important to a storyline, like for sci-fi, I mean, I myself, I'm gonna be truthful with you. I like good movies. I like story. I like all that. This is right up my alley. Maybe it's not the normal common goer. It's not my grandma's not gonna come see this movie. My grandma's dead, but you guys get the point.
Yeah.
Oh, she died before Dune 2. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah. She died before Madam Web. That was the big one.
Well, it's probably what killed her.
Meanwhile. Sorry. But keep going on. Yeah, sorry. What were we gonna say? I feel you were going on it on Brad.
No.
Do you have anything to add to this?
Will you guys be getting the limited edition popcorn bucket?
Dude, I just saw it in person. It's disgusting. Apparently it looks wet in person. No, I'm kidding. Imagine it was.
It's already been used.
I'm just going for the popcorn. I'm not even watching the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, people were going to Madam Web with the popcorn. It's like that's not right.
That is so funny.
Watching Sydney Sweeney, come on, that's not right.
Ooh.
There's kids in that theater.
Yeah. I wonder who actually buys it. Do you think the absurdity is going to help with sales for that? Like just the idea of it is not a conventionally easy thing to get popcorn out of, in or out.
Did you guys see like the clip of them? I think it was either Kimmel or some late night talk show where they had the cast of Dune and he brought the popcorn bucket out. And they're like, no, there's like no chance.
I think it's like brilliant marketing too.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right. Okay, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, this movie it's well done. I'm hearing that it is one of the best sci-fi flicks. It is the Empire Strikes Back of movies. It's equivalent like the Dark Knight. It's got a 98% rating on Rotten Tomato right now.
Which is nuts.
I mean, and it's hard. It's hard to have. I mean, that's something we should do. Create a list as best sequels. I think this will be on there as one of the best sequels ever made. Not only maybe the best sci-fi flick ever. I mean, my buddy told me I've heard it's the best movie of the last 5 years. He told me it's one of my best movie buddies said that it's one of the best movies he's ever seen.
Wait, he's seen it already?
He saw it Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, like he can't wait to talk to me. He wants me to see it just so we can chat about it. He needs to freaking get on the show and stop pissing me off, but that's whatever. Do you think Kenny is going to see the movie?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if he saw Oppenheimer.
I don't know if he did.
Yeah.
Remember we told him about Christopher Nolan. He didn't know a lot about Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny.
We
all have room for growth.
We should have talked about Superman Legacy today with them. I'm going to have just a nerd fest. As a movie, man. The last time I was on the episode with Kenny, where you were on Brad, I don't know how we did it, but we like predicted the next 5 years of Star Wars somehow.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty awesome. And Boo too. It was pretty fun. Cool. Yeah. I mean,
I'm pumped. I think I'll go see the movie this weekend, hopefully.
Yeah. And I think this is a great way to end it. To them, it's something Hollywood hasn't provided in far too long. A fresh mythology to disappear into and a new pop culture obsession not yet run into the sand.
Nice.
Let's go, Ringer. All right, cool, man. Well, hey, I think we're all excited, and I'm pretty pumped for it to be here. This is probably the most, besides when Superman Legacy comes out, I think we all need to see Superman Legacy together. That needs to be the Filmaholic movie we all see.
Yeah, a trip to Denver.
Yes, sir.
Not to dox you guys.
Well, first off, we're not there. Okay, so come find us, bitches. I mean, Entourage. I mean, fans. We love you.
We love you, John Smith.
Oh man, that's awesome. All right. I think the next one, let's get out of the whole superhero stuff. I'm very pumped about this next topic I want to go over just because it is about a new TV show released on Hulu and I think FX, Shogun. Some more people are calling it the next Game of Thrones in the sense of just I think it's a book adaptation that has turned into a successful hit that has 100% right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's insane.
So share. Have you guys? So I think I brought this up to you guys to check out. I don't know if we watched the trailer together. I don't remember if we did, but have you guys heard of Shogun at all? Have you heard of the book or anything like that?
I checked the trailer out and I was
Didn't know it was a book.
It looks very intriguing to me.
Yeah. It looks really well done. Everyone likes. There's a joke today that was like, "Hey, let's create a show with great lighting," and apparently that's like what this show is about, or not about, but it just has great. Shogun has accomplished a rare Rotten Tomatoes achievement. The upcoming FX historical drama is based on the 1975 James Clavell novel of the same name and follows political upheaval in the 17th century Japan after English sailor John Blackthorne is shipwrecked on the nation's shores and becomes entangled in the lives of daimyo Lord Yoshi, Taranga, and samurai Toda Mariko. This new version of the iconic story was created by Rachel Kondo and Justin Marks. And right now, after 17 different critics have weighed in so far, I think it's up to 35. It has 100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
Which is a
That's
feat
insane.
that is very hard to get to. The project is showing Game of Thrones level critical hype for an epic prestige drama. One, does that pump you guys up as much as it pumps me up?
Yeah.
Two, should we put the trailer on just to check out?
I didn't get that. Could you try?
Great.
Do you guys want to watch the trailer quick?
Throw it on.
Let's do it. Why
Wait,
not?
this is a mini series, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, I guess, unless there's multiple books, I really don't know. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, don't look. Oh, wait, you can't see my screen. Okay, good. Shogun.
What were you looking at, Kevin?
Nothing. Don't judge me. Okay, here we go. Oh, whoopsies. Okay, we're going to share. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Shogun. Okay, you guys ready?
Let's get it.
Hear me, my son. I alone will tell you the truth. Death is the only punishment here.
I have not told you my family name, but it is well known in Japan. Many years ago, a great injustice stole everything from me. I have learned one truth, that enemies are everywhere and friends nowhere. To show your true heart is to risk your life. Because death can come for us at any moment.
These are dire times. 日の本は戦乱の世に立ち返るわけ。Dune lovers, cursed kings. These people are godless savages. Or maybe they just don't give a shit what you think. 時は来た。
思り高ぶった逆賊から日の本を守らねばならん。
もはや戦議は終わったと思ってよいのじゃな。
動けない。
その方、己の敵の正体が分かっておらぬのじゃ。
You cannot play their games. That's how they dominate. A title revered through the ages. Shogun.
Ooh.
Dang.
I'll tell you that looks really well made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks good.
It looks yes to the naked eye. Yes, to like when looking at it, you can tell it's not Madam Web.
Holy Madam Web.
that script.
The CGI looks really good, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Guys, seeing the review, seeing the Rotten Tomato score, does this interest you? I know you guys are all busy, but is this something that, because of the hype, because of just seeing the trailer, and also maybe just because of the lack of TV shows going on right now, is this something that you may try to check out?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys all have Hulu?
Yep.
100%.
All right, good. Then you got it. I feel like
Have you seen it, Kev?
No, it came out yesterday. So I'm gonna try and watch it tonight.
Is it a week by week?
I think so. Yeah. So far, it's just the first 2 episodes, so you can catch on. Hopefully, I get a little nervous because, of course, it's I mean, we saw Godzilla -1, we loved it, but I don't. Again, it only made $100 million at the box office, which again, fantastic for Godzilla 1. Potentially is going to win an Oscar for best CGI, VFX. But it's something where it's not a naturally only English movie, I guess. Is that what's a better way to put it? It's not a. It's
subbed.
Subbed, I guess. Is it? I mean, there is some English, but you know what I mean. Like it's It's hard for people to have to watch something where you're having to listen to Japanese and things like that. I think that's the only thing that would stop it from getting pretty successful. Plus, I think Hulu sometimes. I mean, at Max, we all think of HBO as being like, hey, if something's good on HBO, everyone's usually watching that. Hulu, it's not necessarily people running to go check it out.
Yeah.
I think subs are making a comeback, though. I think the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think so too.
A lot of people even watch English and subtitles on.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys watch what was that game on Netflix? That was it. Did you guys watch that in American subtitle or English subtitles or Korean? Because I heard the Korean was way better. You never saw it?
I think it's dubbed. That one's dubbed, right?
No, it's you can watch it in Korean, and apparently, and then when there is English dub, but it's not good. As well. I watched it. We watched it in Korean.
Yeah, I prefer the main language.
I guess I never watched. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a hot scene going on behind me. Oh, it's his mom. Damn it. Okay, never mind.
Son, you sicko.
I would tell you what, Rich, she is maybe one of I have a huge crush on her.
Who is that?
Oh, God. I wish my brain wasn't so bad right now. It's Rachel something, isn't it?
Rebecca
Ferguson.
Yep.
Rebecca Ferguson, yeah.
Yeah, she was great in wow, my brain.
I know.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Oh, that's where she looks familiar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Is this the scene where Aquaman dies? Because they're going into the underground or something like that?
No, I think he does not die yet.
But it's about to come, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
also Rebecca Ferguson in Silo on Apple TV.
Mm-hmm. I thought she was awesome in that too.
And Greatest Showman, a fantastic musical.
She's in Greatest Showman? Oh,
she plays the European singer. It's like a supporting character.
Oh, okay.
The Hugh Jackman character kind of like cheats on with. Highly recommend. Great movie.
Wait, I haven't seen it. I don't know how I've seen.
You haven't seen Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, and Zendaya
I've
in a musical?
So many movies. I've seen so many movie scenes of it. I haven't seen the movie all the way through.
The music is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It gets me. I have so much of the music on my phone. I listen to get jacked up. When I run, I listen to it.
I love that.
I can't recommend that enough. I've seen it a lot.
These eyes will not be blinded by the light.
Yeah. Well, big fan over there. Never seen it, but big fan.
Big fan. Yeah. I even like the main song that all of them come together and sing. I think that's a really good. Yeah, I gotta see the movie. Who's he dating in it?
Well, he has his wife, and then he goes on tour with Rebecca Ferguson, and then there's some misunderstandings.
Oh, there's an entanglement.
Yeah.
Entanglement. Isn't that what they described Trump's love with? What's her name?
I thought it was
what was the word that they called it? Or okay, never mind.
Yeah, I thought it was Will Smith and his wife.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on. I think we just can kind of go into and we can go to the last one, but or we got a couple more, but I guess really what it is just Warner Brothers Discovery. It's halting its merger talks with Paramount Global. So rumors going on was just that Warner Brothers and Paramount were going to combine together and essentially create like a number one company to try to go against, Apple and Disney and things like that. And they've decided, nope, that will not be happening. And Paramount and Warner Brothers will be separate entities going forward. So
It's
Paramount,
insane that Paramount is itself.
right?
Like, what does it have?
Oh, so it's got Comcast.
You can see
Paramount has
Nickelodeon.
Comcast?
You can see Nickelodeon on there. Yeah, it's not a lot. It's like CBS, I think, is Comcast.
Because you can see like Champions League soccer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you watch that?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of reality TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at what's under.
It's like
I mean,
MTV.
It would have just made it to where it's one app that's more expensive, and we would of course had more movie that just I don't know. But to me, I'll look up movies quick.
Like, are you guys Paramount Plus subscribers?
Lindsay is because she keeps freaking forgetting to cancel it every like she just won't cancel it. We watched The Curse on Paramount.
Yeah.
I
It's
am
Showtime.
I'm in the
Yep.
middle of watching it.
Hey,
Oh.
okay, all right. Hey, let's move on from this dumb topic.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you're thinking.
Brad, thoughts?
It makes me uncomfortable.
Very.
Anytime Nathan Fielder's character just like erupts is so funny but so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like there was the latest episode just watched was Emma Stone's character like was rude or something to maybe like a potential homeowner or something, and so she storms off, and then they make a comment to Nathan Fielder about his wife, and so he like starts walking away. He like looks back, like takes a step towards them, turns back like he's gonna leave again, and then just like looks back again and just like, don't you fucking talk to my wife like that.
Yep.
Like those kinds of scenes are just brilliant. It has the Minnesota actor who was in Captain Phillips. I think that's his second ever that I've seen him in, so that's awesome.
Third maybe for me. I think he was in a random like Marvel movie for a second.
So that was cool.
He's the black man.
The Somalian man
The
who's
Somalian
like,
man.
I'm the captain now.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Minnesota guy, Minneapolis guy.
I
So
did not know that. Yeah.
shout out to him. Great though. I'm on like 4 or 5 episodes. I'm really curious where this goes.
All right. I'm excited to hear what you
curious.
think.
I was in the same boat as you, Brad.
Yeah.
It's just like it could go anyway.
I mean, do you like it so far? Like with this being a Nathan Fielder directed show?
I like it. I don't love it
Okay.
yet. Like it's good. It's enjoyable, but it can be slow, I think.
Mhm. I think what messes with people about it is just the idea is like, what is it? Is he supposed to be uncomfortable? Is it supposed to be this cringy? Which I think isn't that the point of it, to be like you're watching the downfall of this couple and like you're watching just cringe.
Yeah.
Or like when they were having sex, and I think she was talking to the sex toy. and,
Yes,
like
yes,
Nathan was-
yeah. Is that episode 1 or 2 or something?
Can I
yeah, I think
join?
it's 2 maybe.
Can I
join? Like cringe is like the best word for it.
Yeah.
But it's good, and I look forward to getting through it.
Lindsay was obsessed with it. Yeah, she liked it a lot. She loves Nathan Fielder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, then I think for movie news, we're an hour in. I think we got some stuff we still want to kind of get through. This isn't a tournament episode, so I mean, I don't think we need to go the longest this time. So I think we go into kind of, what we're watching. I mean, I think the last thing is now Disney is just going to be kind of focusing on creating less content, but better content and sequels, which is really interesting to me. So like we saw the announcement of Moana 2 is what they kind of did, is like Moana 2 is coming out. Instead of making that a show that was gonna be on Disney Plus, they're not focusing on putting something on Disney Plus as much anymore. They're focusing on the idea of putting it in theaters and making it good writing. So we'll see how that goes. It's kind of weird to me. I mean, sequels, I like new stories. Sequels sometimes can be the downfall of creativity, if you ask me, but I don't know. Disney doesn't know what the hell it's doing.
To me, it sounds like they're running out of ideas and they need like stuff that can generate more money quickly.
But then, to me, why are there writers in Hollywood? Like, why do people go to Hollywood to not, to write a movie, create movies? Yeah. Like, if you can't get one story that could work as a Pixar or a Disney film, I just think that, to me, is what blows my mind. I think we need risks. You don't get a Toy Story from making, I guess, I don't know. It just, to me, I just think it's kind of a ridiculous idea. And I think, of course, yes, we saw the failure of Pixar this year, but at least if you look back at it, at least it was something that was an original IP. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're struggling to come up with content, just bring in new blood. I mean, we're seeing it, especially with like directors. Like, we can talk about this after because, like, I've seen Blackberry. Like, that was a YouTuber.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Fantastic movie. Also, he was a great actor.
Yes. All right. Screw the Disney. We're done. We did it. We talked about it. Disney's going to be making more sequels going forward. I think that's enough. We've talked about Disney for so much. So we'll get another episode for another day. I'm sure I'll go on a nice diatribe. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Oh, this was such a sad scene.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
If only you guys know.
Yeah, if only.
What goes on in the other books.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, nice. I've heard there is something I've heard somebody doesn't want Dune Messiah to come out by Denis Villeneuve, and it's because of something that he knows is happening going forward.
Interesting. I'm just interested that two movies were book one, but a third movie is going to be the second book entirely. Like, that's what I'm kind of confused because
is that for sure?
Yeah, that's what they've announced. Yeah, and then they're doing not Ladies of Arrakis, but the Sisters
Bene Gesserit.
The Bene Gesserit. They're going to do a TV show on that.
How many books are there for this series?
I think there's 6.
Oh, so we got a lot of movies coming out then.
Well, how many rated R dark? I guess you're right. I mean, we'll see. I don't know what to predict with this. I guess it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get to book 3 will have entirely different characters in book.
That's
4,
what I've heard too. Yeah.
So Timothée Chalamet's time will be.
Jesus doesn't live forever, man.
Slowly going.
I mean, yeah, I completely agree. Boys. All right, let's go into what we have been watching and give kind of some quick movie reviews. And then we're going to end the episode with the updated version of contention for the Fappies Alex Vu movie of the year. So, Brad or Alex, if you guys want to start off with what you guys been watching and give us kind of a quick review. Or don't even go quick. We got time, baby. I deleted a huge episode. We got a lot of time.
I'll start with the one movie in theater that I have seen lately. And it was Out of Darkness. Because I wanted to watch a movie that my girlfriend didn't want to watch because, she was busy that day and we wanted to go see some movies. And so I was like, okay, what's this like movie that I can see middle of the day on like a Saturday? And it was Out of Darkness, which is, I think I was talking to my buddy Justin about it, and it may have come out like a couple of years ago, but for whatever
got good reviews.
Yeah, whatever reason, it went back into theaters or something. It's I believe, a Scottish made movie.
Okay.
And it's entirely spoken in an ancient language, potentially fake. I don't know, but it's completely subtitled over. Hour and a half movie. It's really tight. It's about a group of, I think, humans 40,000 years ago. They are on a boat and they land on this island and they need to survive, and they're being hunted, they believe. And I don't want to give up too much, but the ending I thought was really cool.
Oh, okay.
It's a whoa moment. It's a twist.
Shoot. It's connected to the Dune somehow? I don't know. That was dumb. Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a great A-list movie. So
good. Good. Yeah. Yeah, we
I
need
needed
those.
to see one of those.
Yeah, we need those. We need those in this world.
Right. And then,
Okay.
I'll go over quickly some movies that have been out for quite some time that I have seen. Saw Inception again because wanted to show my girlfriend who has not seen Inception, and it is still fantastic.
It hits. It hits.
It still hits. It's smart. Even though I've seen it a million times, I'm still like, what's going on
You
again?
really can. There is a lot of replay value in that.
There really is. So again, recommend it to anyone that hasn't seen it. And then she recommended that I see Hacksaw Ridge. It's one of her favorite movies. She's
Okay.
really big into Hacksaw Ridge, which, if you don't know the story, it's basically a World War II movie. It's done by Mel Gibson, so there's some religious overtones.
Okay.
They are major.
Ezra Miller. God, what the hell, dude? Sorry,
But it's a guy who conscientiously objects and doesn't want to hold a gun, but he
Yeah.
saves the lives of tons of people. In
I heard it's really good.
Pacific.
I remember
it
thinking
was
it was
really
really
good.
cheesy. Thinking the trailers made it seem like a cheese fest, and it ended up being pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
Garfield, right? Andrew.
Yep, Andrew Garfield did a great job. And then we also saw Megamind, which is a fantastic animated film that I had not seen. And
You could call that a children film. I will say that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, animated. Yes, good way to put it. Yeah.
But you should look up the cast. The voice
No, it's
acting.
fucking hilarious, isn't it?
It is a huge cast.
Yeah.
Will
an older
Ferrell's
movie,
the main
right?
person. Jonah
Mhm.
Hill, Ben Stiller, Brad Pitt, Tina Fey.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I forgot that it has that kind of cast.
It was crazy. I
Okay.
kept
Isn't it?
yeah. I kept telling her, like, isn't that the voice of this person and that person? And they're all heavy hitters.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's awesome.
And then my final movie that I'm gonna recommend this one to anybody that is into different realities
Okay.
or like multiverse. It's called Coherence. It's on Amazon Prime Video,
Okay.
hour and a half. And it's essentially a dinner party.
Not
with
rated.
a dinner part. Oh, that's interesting. It's just
That's
a normal
wild.
movie. I mean,
Wow.
apparently
Boobs
my
in
friend
there?
Justin told me because it's one of those that has a twist.
Justin.
and-
I just feel like you're right. Justin just knows that kind of a movie.
He knows good movies. He knows
Yeah,
twists.
I like
But
it.
picture this. Apparently, it's shot in the director's home, and he gave the actors no lines, but like a premise,
Huh.
and they just go with it.
Interesting.
That's kind of
And
cool.
It's about a meteor that like is going overhead, and during this dinner party, stuff happens. And it's the type of movie where like I really can't recommend it enough if you like a good twist and a
Wow,
little
okay.
sci-fi. Hour and a half.
Yeah.
Such a quick, good movie.
I want to watch this now. I've been
This
It's
guy's
just
the
cool.
guy who directed was a part of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Rango.
Okay.
Great movie, Rango. Great movie. I recommend it.
Yeah.
He was a writer and then he was in the art. This is the only movie he's ever directed. That's kind of cool.
Wait, it's shot in his house?
Apparently, it's just like in his home because it's just a dinner party, and then sometime like they'll go outside of the home a little, but it's about different realities. It's
Cool,
really
man.
cool.
Cool.
So that's what I got.
I like it. I like it a lot,
Whoa.
man.
What about Blackberry?
Yeah, give us a review. Of
Oh,
Black. I mean, yeah, you kind
forgot
of
I
did
watched-
Blackberry, but yeah, what do you think, man?
Yeah.
Did I overhype it or no?
No, it was so good. We started at like 9:30. We were like, oh, maybe we'll watch a little and then go
Yeah.
to sleep. Watch the whole thing.
Hell yeah, man.
Such a good movie. I mean, Glenn Howerton plays
Yeah.
Dennis in
Yeah.
many scenes.
I'm
Because-
from Calgary, where the vampires live. Or
When he said that-
Edmonton or one of them. Yeah,
That was a Dennis quote.
yeah, yeah.
God, but great movie. I mean, I didn't know much about the story of Blackberry, and so seeing the rise and fall was super cool. The actors are great. Jay Baruchel,
Yeah,
fantastic. Starts off of like a socially inept genius, and then by the end, he's like slicked back hair.
kind of becomes like the
Douchebag.
Darth Vader in a way.
Yeah. Rags
Honestly.
to rags.
Honestly, But the director, the guy that played that character, I thought that was hilarious. Like he was a great.
He was such a
actor,
good
too.
character and a good actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quality
I'm so
movie.
proud of him. I can't wait to see what else he puts out there, man. I hope they really do recognize this film as being really successful and give him more opportunities because he just did. I was so unexpected with it. I mean, I kind of saw the Glenn Howerton bald head thing, and I thought that's shocking. And then it lived up to the hype. I loved it.
Yeah,
It's very good. Yeah.
I'm so
There's
glad
a
we
lot of
all
talent
saw it,
out there.
man. Yeah, there really is, man. That's all writing. That's just, and it was a Canadian movie. I mean, it really isn't like it's not a big office box office. I mean, it's it's
Was that because was that even in theaters? I feel like I didn't know about it.
it was
until you
released
talked
in
about it.
theaters, but it wasn't. It was released in like smaller. Like they didn't put them in Dolby Digital or IMAX by any means, but like it was in theaters for sure, but it wasn't. I mean, I think the only way you can find it, you can either buy it, rent it, or you can watch it on AMC Plus.
Yeah, luckily it's on Hulu now though.
Oh, is it on
For our
Hulu?
viewers.
Oh, okay. Okay,
That's how I watched
that's cool. See, that's a great Hulu flick, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it in theaters in AMC with Lindsay. I was all hyped up about it, and honestly, it wasn't a ton of hype around it. I heard it had great reviews, and I just remember loving it.
Yeah. Great movie.
That's awesome to hear.
It's on my list of Alex movies.
Hey, all right, cool, man. I can't wait to hear where it's at.
Yeah.
Vu, go into unless there's other movies you have, but Vu, go into your movies you've been watching. What you been watching, man?
I guess I haven't been really watching that much. I've been watching a lot of reality TV. Really
Okay.
Just to chill out. And then
Love is Blind?
Yeah, nope, not Love is Blind, but
Traders?
yeah. Traders. I've been watching Traders and like
Lindsay
old,
has
like,
been too.
Yeah, I've been watching like super old MTV shows.
Like the challenge or what?
Yep, The Challenge and like The Real World. I don't know if you guys have ever
Okay.
seen that.
You should be on The Real World, bro.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be an interesting character on there.
Yeah.
A good mix. But
Yep.
yeah, I've been watching that to relax. But then also Abbott Elementary. I don't know if you've been watching
yes,
that.
I've been doing it too.
Yep, but it's been a great season so far.
That's awesome.
So, but for movies, I recently just watched Hitch. I'm sad that it didn't go further in our Valentine's Day bracket.
I just hated it when I watched it when I was young.
I remember it's on TBS like every weekend.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. I just watched it on Hulu, and it was
Hell yeah.
I was like, oh, might as well. It's late night flick.
I
Does
bet
it still smack?
It's still smacks.
I feel like Will Smith gets a good amount of residuals from that movie.
Yeah. And then who else is I forget what his name is. The
Yeah,
guy
what's
from-
his name? James something,
Kevin
right?
James.
Kevin James.
Yeah.
He's hilarious in that one.
Yeah. It's just kind of like a feel good movie, you know.
Yeah, because we've all been that Kevin James.
Yeah.
Like as cool as I see him online, I'm not, on video, and like as cool as I seem like in person, and as cool as like I seem constantly.
Yeah.
I've had moments where I doubted myself with the women, with the
You?
women,
No
with
way.
with the women. yeah. So
Oh, but yeah, it's a very good movie. What do you think of that movie, Kev? Because Brad did not have fond memories.
I like it. I've always enjoyed it. It's a great like Saturday night if you're in, not partying, not getting laid. It's a great movie.
Well, that's never for you, so you've never seen it.
Yeah,
then.
you
Well,
never-
somehow I've seen it like 200 times, but yeah. Yeah. Somebody's getting lost in transparency with my stories here.
Oh man, oh, you're too funny, sexy cat.
No, I was a fucking loser. Okay. All right. That's the only time I'll say it. But yes. Carry on.
Man. Yeah, but yeah, I thought it was a great movie, great rewatch.
Nice.
Something easy to watch. And then a couple weeks ago, I finally experienced Oppenheimer.
Yeah, baby.
So
What
yeah,
was your thoughts?
in the beginning, I won't lie, I thought it was a little boring.
Well, I could see it. I mean, how big's your TV? And do you have any surround sound? Any speakers?
Yeah, yep. I got a sound bar and a sub,
Okay.
and I think it's like a 50 something.
Oh, that's not bad then. Shoot.
Oh,
I'm
the
actually
first-
surprised you say
Yeah,
that.
the first hour was just a little slow to me, just because of all the background buildup, I think.
Yeah.
I
So,
can see
but-
that.
but
I can see
then-
that too.
when it got into like the political drama, I was locked in. Like it
Yeah.
was so intense. Like I did not see anything. Like I did not see Robert Downey Jr. being the bad guy in this.
Yeah, he does a damn good job. I mean, do you think he deserves to win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor?
Yeah, I think this is probably the best acting I've ever seen throughout a movie completely.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was
Hell
just
yeah.
very on point. Like they were like built for the roles. Like it was just fantastic acting.
Mm-hmm. And there's a reason why anything related to Oppenheimer is going to win this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it really has blown everything away.
Yeah, for a true like movie experience, like Oppenheimer is that movie to watch. I feel like it was just great all around, and great story too. So
Did you, since you've seen The Curse, did you see a familiar face?
yes, yes. I was like, what is Benny Safdie? Is that
Yeah, Benny Safdie. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what is he doing? And he does the accent.
Yeah, the
I was like,
insane
what?
accent. Yeah. Is Benny Safdie real? Like, who is Benny Safdie?
Also, he's like one of the bad guys in the movie too.
Yeah. The first time I watched it, I didn't understand that he was that bad. I remember he was angry, but I didn't really realize until Emily Blunt didn't shake his hand. I was like, oh, I guess he was bad.
Yeah.
I knew that. Yeah.
But yeah, they did our boy Oppenheimer a little dirty.
Well, it was because they didn't want to do his theory of hydrogen, correct? Or do the hydrogen bomb. Is that why he was pissed off, correct? Or
no, he didn't want to do the hydrogen bomb, I think.
Is that what it was? I thought he wanted
Talking
it.
about Benny?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Benny. Yeah.
I thought Benny's character was against the bomb pretty much.
Then you guys are right then.
Because then he's like, they're just going to build a bigger bomb.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. See, I still don't understand.
There's a lot of like morality involved, and it's cool to see that aspect of like the scientists, like when they eventually realize like what they're doing, like, hey, should we really be doing this? You know?
Yeah.
So
I liked it a lot too, man. I'm glad you checked it out.
Yeah, it's a very
Also, I want to update, you're not lagging.
okay. Thank you.
I just saw the chat.
But yeah, a very intellectual movie, which I enjoyed. I like those like historical movies, like Social
sure.
Network, and like this is a little older than that. But
And what's nice is that Christopher Nolan really spices it up by adding his, not Hans Zimmer, but actually a new score producer. But he just makes anything epic. It could be literally them discovering toast or the wheel, but like with that music and the way he shoots movies, and you can make it dramatic somehow.
I honestly thought that when they were testing the bomb, my speakers were about to blow up. Like I was anticipating like a huge.
I was nervous about it too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then I was like, dang, that's a little anticlimactic. Like I was expecting a huge noise, but I didn't get it.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. A little anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But just a very great movie, and I can see why it's gotten so much hype. Like that was a movie.
Yeah, you could tell it was an Oscar. It was like when you
That
think
is-
Oscar movies, it seems like it's an Oscar movie.
That is 100% like the definition of an Oscar movie to be.
Yep, I would agree with
I
you.
can see why like you guys picked it to win so many awards. I finally put it together. But yeah, that's
I
all.
completely agree.
That's all I've been watching. What about you, Kev?
Yeah, one sec. I want to look at what I sent you. I mean, I remember I watched Fury last night. That movie lives up. I mean, it's still really good. I love the score. I love the acting in it. I love all of them together. It's really sad ending, but it was a really good watch. Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, good one. Great, just a great movie. Logan Lerman was also in it. So I give that one definitely like a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
What's that? I haven't seen that one yet.
It's about it's about these tankers during World War II. It's essentially you're just following this group of tankers through World War II. I just repeated what I just said, but it's just good acting. It's just fun. You're seeing like the brotherhood between them, and it's also really brutal. It's really gritty, so it doesn't make World War II look like a fun time at all. It makes it look very dark and sad, and it makes you realize why we should never have a war like that ever again. I watched Honey Boy. It's a Shia LaBeouf story. It's essentially about
Never heard of that.
Honey Boy. Yeah, check it out. It's about Shia LaBeouf's life. It's essentially his relationship with his father. And before Shia LaBeouf went to rehab in 2020 or 2019, he was a bad boy. You know what I mean? He was a part of Transformers. He started always getting constantly in trouble. and essentially just kind of tells why he had his demons, why he had PTSD, and it all stems from him being a child actor, and his father and his parents, how they raised him and treated him as a child actor, as a part of Disney and just a part of movies, and having to almost take care of your family because of that. There's things you just don't really realize with Shia LaBeouf that it's like, oh, okay. And I guess apparently it was him sitting in rehab, essentially creating this story to kind of forgive his father for everything he did for him when he was a kid.
Wow, that's
Oh,
cool.
it's
He
really
wrote
good.
that movie.
He wrote that movie. Yeah.
Wow.
Shia LaBeouf,
What
I mean,
did you
he's
watch
a
it on?
star. I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Check it out. Really good. Great acting.
I think
just
Shia
remember-
LaBeouf is like an unsung hero for actors.
I
Like,
think he's going to be huge in the next 10 years. He's one of my predictions.
You
Being
think
one of the, I think he's going to be
he's
getting
gonna come
Oscars
back?
all the time. Yes, he'll be back. Oh, yeah.
Really?
He was born with it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
to be getting your first acting, he was doing stand-up comedy at like 8 years old. In
I remember
Fort
him on
Worth.
like Even Stevens.
Yeah, like he was made to be an actor. Some people got it, and he's got it. And if he can get
Yeah.
his head around and become focused on something, and he's in that movie by Francis R. Coppola that I told you guys about, Megalopolis. He's
Oh,
one of the
the
main
one?
guys in that movie coming out
Yeah.
this year. So that'll be huge. Shrek 2. Do I need to say more? I mean, it
Hell
is
yeah.
great, dude. It really is. It's a good movie. Freaking hilarious and a little raunchy too at the same time.
Very.
Yeah, some good jokes, man. There was a good one too. I've watched a lot because I've been sick, but I can't think of it right now. I'm watching Reacher. That's all right. Good action flick. Alan Richardson's a good actor.
Yeah.
This show,
Yeah, I think it's a good show for sure. Yeah.
isn't that classic dad material?
It's dad movie, baby. It's dad TV. I'm watching and then I saw Argyle.
How was it?
Good 3/4 of the movie, and then the last quarter, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? This is bad.
What?
Yeah, it's bad. The last quarter I thought was really, really bad movie. But the 3/4 were fine.
Because they didn't know how to like end it or wrap
They
it
just
up?
went absurd.
Okay.
Yeah, went way too absurd. American Fiction I saw. That was also a good movie. An Oscar, it was funny, but it's like a dark comedy about this guy trying to essentially write a book, and it's none of his books are going to become successful until he starts writing a book about what it's like to be black in America. But he feels like when he writes it, it has to be kind of like, I'm hood, like, man, what's up? I'm in the growing up in Compton and dealing with shootings, when in reality he's just a guy from Boston in a white suburb. But he has to fake this, so he creates this #1 selling book that becomes famous, but it's not real black, and he thinks it's actually the worst book he's ever read. But it gets famous because those white people are like, wow, that's what's it's like to be black in America. So it's a
that's
dark
interesting.
comedy. It's pretty funny, and I can see why he got nominated for Best Picture. It's pretty good. And then I recently just saw Runaway Dolls, aka Runaway Dykes is what they call it at the end. It's about these lesbians who essentially get into the wrong car, and chaos ensues. And it's an Ethan Coen movie. Yes, the Ethan Coen who helped direct No Country for Old Men, Big Lebowski, things like that. And it was a good hour and 29 minutes. Quick, easy, good story, funny. It's probably maybe one of his funniest since Big Lebowski. Me and Lindsay liked it, and we also have a night still ahead of us that we can have fun. So
Recommend?
recommend. I do. Not even an hour 20. I think it's an hour and 23 minutes. Before credits. So yeah, check it out.
Matt Damon, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Matt Damon, Pedro Pascal.
What?
It's a good cast. All the good actors are in it only for minutes, but Matt Damon's character is hilarious.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus is in it for one scene.
Interesting.
It's a good AMC one, Brad. I would recommend it. See
Ooh,
what
okay.
I've got too, or be your #1 fan.
You're doxing everybody today.
That was Vu the first time.
My beef.
And then Vu ended off, baby. What is the rankings, or who is on the list for the Alex Vu movie of the year?
Yeah, so I guess for the Alex Vu movie of the year, I tend to watch things later than when they're not popular anymore. It's pretty much way after the hype.
Yep.
Just 'cause
Or it's
I'm a little-
controversial, I would say, maybe.
Yep. Or a controversial title that may be in there. So on my list so far this year, I have The Internship. classic comedy with
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
Well, you're a big Wedding Crasher guy, so no surprise.
Yeah.
I watched that a couple months ago. Blackberry, I thought was one of the better like dramatic movies that I've watched this year, and maybe ever. I really enjoyed that movie.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I love to hear that because it was one of my favorite movies last year. And I remember showing up on my list and it being kind of like Blackberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a little late, but better late than never, right?
No,
Yeah.
better late than never, my friend.
And then
That's why we got
Oppenheimer.
this award, man. Any movie from 20, 30 years ago could win it this year. Get it happy.
Yep.
Who knows?
Oppenheimer, a year late, but still, it's still
Yeah.
a very good movie.
Yeah. Hey, you're not too late, man. The awards are coming up. Who knows?
Mhm, exactly. And then, shout out to Brad for putting me on Crazy Stupid Love.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
just
Yeah.
a feel good movie all
So
around.
good.
Yeah, for a rom-com, one of the better. If I would have watched that before, I think it could have maybe gone a little further.
It won the tournament potentially. And
Yeah.
we talked about it. We did talk about its downfall. I mean, we don't. We
Mhm.
all agree the whole Steve Carell cheating thing not the best.
Yeah, not a
I
good
think
look.
trying to go back, or no, getting cheated on and then trying to go back and whatever.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah, but also like an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Like Emma Stone. That's the first Ryan Gosling movie I've ever
That
watched.
was the first movie I thought Ryan Gosling was sexy. I never really thought of him as like a sexy character.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was in I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Boo, did
especially
you just say that was the first Ryan Gosling movie you've seen?
Yep.
before the Notebook,
Yeah, I haven't seen The Notebook.
before Blade Runner 2049,
Barbie?
Haven't seen that either.
before
Haven't seen that
Barbie?
either.
Oh my god, you got to see Barbie, Boo. It's gonna be up there for you, I think.
Yeah. I think Barbie is on the list for this year still. But I figured I should probably watch Oppenheimer before Barbie.
Oh yeah, that was a good choice. That was a good choice.
Yeah. But that made me really like Ryan Gosling,
Good.
I'm excited for the movie he's in. What's it called?
With
The Fall Guy? Or?
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, the Fall Guy. Yeah, that's gonna be hilarious. Actually, you're right, Vu. That was the movie that, like I said, I thought it was sexy. I also thought it was just, I really liked Gosling after that one. I think that's why I like that movie so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just what a great movie. Just
He's a great character.
great movie.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for rom-coms and
No.
especially when they're done well.
You?
So that just made me really happy.
Nice, man.
Outside of that, I got Dumb Money. I've
Nice.
really enjoyed just watching.
Well, no, you also had In Time.
Yep, and In Time. Yeah. Have you seen that one? Have you seen that one, Kev?
No, I remember you guys talking about it and laughed my ass off. That was one of my favorite parts of that episode, was you guys talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
It's got
Justin
JT.
Timberlake.
It's got JT.
Yeah, JT, baby. Oh my god, one of the funniest lines ever is when you guys apologize to those people looking for FAP and they come to your podcast. I think the line was FAP. Sorry, it's a podcast. Sorry, it's a movie podcast. Yeah.
Hopefully you continue to listen.
Oh, hopefully, yeah. It's so funny. That was such a great episode you guys did together. I want more from you too. Oh, so good.
We really just ran with it, Brad.
You really did. I thought it was awesome.
We had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah. No, it was hilarious. And then an hour 45 spent on the
Oh my
bracket. I just love it. It's our most in-depth bracket, maybe besides the director, but I don't know. It might be the most in-depth one we've done.
Oh, I couldn't believe the time we spent. It flew by.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh,
We
that's
were like,
awesome.
maybe it'll just be a quick episode. No,
Well, even our news episodes are now becoming an hour and 30 minutes. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So, Boo, right now, do you have like somebody leading the way? Is it still kind of up in the air? I mean, we got a lot of movies to go, but as of right now, is there someone leading?
At this point, it's anybody's game.
It's anybody's game. That's how it should be.
It's really just the flavor of the day. What am I feeling? Like,
Yeah, too early to tell.
What movie can I remember this December?
Yeah, I want to see us just get smashed at the Fappies this year. It's gonna be really fun.
How cool would it be if we did an in-person Fappies?
I think we need to. I think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause
we'll
I'm-
make it work.
Yeah, eventually, like you guys are gonna be back here for the
Yeah.
holidays, right? Like, what if we carved out some time and just did an in-person Fappies?
Hell yeah.
Rent out a room at the local Dave and Buster's and just
Oh
go
no,
fap-
that would be amazing.
then just get it, yeah, and just get people presenting awards. Get a couple of what do they call it when you pay for someone to speak?
Cameo?
Cameos potentially. I mean, who knows?
Oh, there's some good ones out there.
yeah.
I would love for Angela to present.
That was so funny. Who found that?
Oh,
Oh my god.
I mean, I was praying that Nathan Fielder.
Yeah,
Was
he's
doing it.
probably a little too big these days to be
Yeah,
doing
maybe.
those.
Yeah. So yeah, no. Oh god, she's gonna be funny if we can somehow get her. Well, boys, I think that's a wrap on episode 24 of Filmaholics, or 23, 24, 23. Well, I'll count it when I add it to Spotify and YouTube. But anything else you guys want to get out there to say to the people around the world?
It's good to be back.
It's
It's
good
always
to
good to
be
be
back.
back.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
man.
about to be a big weekend.
Yeah.
So
Huge weekend.
go
Dong
yeah.
weekend.
go out and enjoy responsibly.
Yeah. Fap responsibly at Dune.
Responsibly.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. At David Buster's.
Is that our next sponsorship target?
I think we gotta try and get D&Bs, baby. Hey, I'm gonna read their ad next week, even if they're not giving us an ad. I'm gonna read one. And
Give
then,
him some free advertising.
also keep keep sending in the super chats. They're really productive and really they're really good for helping us out. So
Good for our mental health.
I don't feel worse, John. I don't feel worse about myself. And then follow us on Instagram, Filmaholics ENT. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like and subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. We want to keep growing. I think we got a great podcast, great thing going for everybody here. So if you're here for movie news, here for bracketology, here for a little bit of sports references mixed in with a little bit of comedy, maybe.
Or maybe you're here just to watch Dune in the background. I don't know.
We should highlight that as watch an hour and a half of Dune in the actual thing. Maybe we'll get some extra
Not even the
views that
start
way.
of it, and you don't get the end of it.
Yeah,
You also don't get subtitles.
yeah. Oh my god, I'm dying. It's so good to be back, boys. Next week, hopefully, we got Kenny joining us, and keep fapping, keep fap all day, and we love everybody out there.
Peace.
Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.